Just want to let you lot know that if you're watching this clip on the Fozcast YouTube channel, the full episode is now available to watch exclusively on Spotify, and it's free. Come on. Young Lewis Miley.
Class.
How impressive is this lad, by the way? What is this, 17 years old, right? And he's playing in Champions League matches, he's playing in Premier League matches, and he looks like he's been doing it all his life.
Yeah, crazy. And even he was training with us when he was 16, so sort of even might have been younger by the time I first got here.
Isn't it?
And it's so weird because you look at him and he's a kid. Like he looks like a child. Do you know what I mean? You know, like I'm looking at him, he's just such a nice lad. Like, and,
is he a nice lad?
Yeah,
is he?
so
that's
good,
all that
man.
matters. I don't care from now on. As long as I know he's a good lad, I'm going to be rooting for him. Like,
exactly. You've got like lads who come through and you know, like the know that they're good, but he's just like not bothered. Nothing phases him. Like you can crack on with him as if he was like my age. I'm just like really happy for him. I think his composure for a kid of that age. Like, I was pushing trolleys as at his age. Do you know what I mean? Like,
were you genuinely?
Yeah, genuinely, right? And he's a Champions League footballer. You know what I mean? My mind is blown. Like, so I'm just like really happy for him. Like, I think
what's he like? Like 17 years old, like you say, for him, stepping on the football pitch is probably the most normal thing in the world. He's used to doing it, and it's probably what comes most normal to him. But what's he like with you lads? Like, do you know what I mean? Because he must be a big Newcastle fan as well. Yeah. He must look up to you guys as absolute idols. Yeah. So what's he like in the changing rooms? Is he still a bit sort of shy and retiring, or is he
your autograph?
But do you know what I mean though? Because can you imagine putting yourself in that situation? You would be shitting yourself, 100%. Wouldn't you?
So he's not loud in like. But he's not quiet. You can have a conversation with him, but he's not going to be like laughing and crapping and joking on in and around it. But he picks stuff up so quickly. Like the way, I've said it before, like to play in our team, you need to know your role. Like absolutely everything about your role, and whatever position he plays, he picks it up really quickly. Like you can, when you're watching him on the pitch, like you can see that he knows what he's doing. And just like his composure, the areas he's picking the ball up for a 16-year-old or 17-year-old to have sort of that composure to do it, it's like amazing, like
phenomenal.
And what about I heard this the other day about Anthony Gordon, that he could declare for Scotland. If Anthony Gordon plays for Scotland before he plays for England, I'm never watching England play again, because he is unbelievable. He's just getting better and better and better, right?
Yeah, unbelievable. And I think it took him a little while to get going, but the Euros for him in the summer I think was huge. Just did he win best player there as well?
Yeah.
And when he came back pre-season, he was just so fit. Like you couldn't believe like how fast he was and sharp he was when we were just like come back off our holidays and stuff.
He's been playing all summer, that's right.
Yeah, that's right, because he's been playing all summer. And I think that's given him an advantage. And as I said, he knows his role now. He's got a really good relationship with the crowd. Obviously, I read the other day he's got the most titles in our team, which like surprised. It doesn't surprise us when I think about it, but that surprises us from a winger that he does that. So he's just a lad who's full of confidence.
Do you know what? It's good. Sorry, quickly. It's good to see though, because like, there was something that happened at the end of the season. He got a bit of a rocket up his ass, didn't he, from the manager? Which it happens, you young kids kind of thing. But to come back the way he's done it, and the best way I can describe Anthony Gordon, and I love watching him. He's in my fantasy Premier League team. You are as well, by the way. No, it's not. It's Sven. Sorry, it's Sven. I can't get him out now. He's injured.
I've got trips in, assists for days.
But Anthony Gordon, the best way I can describe him, right, is a rat. He is a little rat, isn't he? But I want that rat in my team, because he will work forwards and he'll work back and he'll smash people and he gets the crowd going. They're the kind of players that I think Newcastle are littered with,
aren't they? Fozzie, like for a winger, he's like a playground player in the fact that he'll get stuck in, like properly stuck in, won't he? Exactly. And like you said, like for Newcastle, for the fans, they see that.
And it's a dream player, isn't it?
Amazing. Like just to play, like as I said, like even coming back and helping the fullback out, like I think the more time that you play with him, you sort of build a relationship with him. You see the movements he does and how sharp, and it just makes it so much easier. You know what he's going to do before you're even picking the ball up, that sort of thing. And he deserves all the praise he's getting. It can't be long before he's getting an England coach.
Nah, it won't be long, for sure.
Imminent.
Right, let's have a little bit of Eddie Howe chat then, because for me, again, I don't think he gets the praise that he deserves. I really don't. There's a lot of people always, talking about Klopp and Pep and even Emery, gets a lot of kind of praise, don't they? But Eddie Howe, it's almost like, well, it's Newcastle, the richest club in the world. He should be doing this. But I disagree, because I just think the players that he's brought in and the way they've got you playing is just, it's difficult to do.
Yeah, definitely. I think, as I said, it was probably one of them at the start where you're wanting like these top huge name managers and you want these top huge name players, but I think it was perfect for what we need and what we are. And like the amount of detail that he goes into, even just the amount of time he spends at the training ground. He's always on his laptop looking at clips and coming up with ideas, and it's just all so thorough that it's no fluke that what we've been doing over the last couple of years. It's not just like we'll go out there and play. It's all like very, very detailed, and he sort of deserves.
What sort of manager is he? Is he a ranter, raver? Is he calm, composed?
He's very very sort of level-headed. He never gets too high after a win, and like when we're losing, he never gets too low. Like there's times when you can flip it if he's not happy with what we're doing. But I think if he's got a philosophy of the way he wants to play, and if he can look at his team and say, yeah, that's my team, then that's all he sort of asks for. You know?
We've got to ask about when the lads come in, like we said about like the foreign lads come in. Like signing for a team in London's one thing, right? Newcastle, like for all intents and purposes, it's a different country, right? In a good way. It's brilliant up here. I used to work up here loads. Yeah. And when you get players come in, one, it's very cold up here. And there was a story about Sandro Tonali, wasn't there? Not that story. Yeah. The one about you lot sending him to Wetherspoons when he wanted it.
Tell me this is true.
Tell us this is true.
I want to tell you it's true, but it's genuinely not.
No!
Yeah, it's genuinely not. I don't know how it's happened. I don't know if it was someone he's known and he's just said, I need to go to a restaurant. Because I'm pretty sure if you type in the area that he went in on TripAdvisor, Wetherspoons would be up near the top.
Yeah.
Just because it's like that many people will go to it. But it's quite a classy Wetherspoons, to be fair. But the fact that he's like rang up and booked the table was like the lads were into. Because when he first came, like his English wasn't great, so it's quite hard to, like, you want to involve him in everything, but it's quite hard because you can't speak. Where he's like, English now is unbelievable.
Really, this quickly?
Unbelievable. Like, I was speaking to him the other day and I was like, wow, like your English is a lot better than I thought it was.
Did they pick up on your like terminology and stuff, right? Because it's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I feel like because I've played all over, I tend to slow down more when I speak to like people from down south because I know that they struggle with it. But Paul Dummett, whenever the foreign lads speak to Paul Dummett, I can just see them looking like, honestly, mate, I've got not a clue what you're saying. But I can understand him perfectly. Obviously, I don't even think he sounds that quick, but he must speak so quickly that I can see like Sandro and Bruno looking at him like, honestly, dummy, I'm going
to... In a couple of years' time, if Bruno and Sandro start talking with a Geordie twang on their English, it is going to be the best thing you've ever heard.
Right, it's the funniest one I ever saw was, I think it was Dietmar Hamann. Like, even now, right?
Scouse.
And Newcastle. German, Scouse, Newcastle, all rolled into one.
Mate, Eidiger Johnson, have you heard him talking? Yes, who's the Newcastle's? It's Isaac. Oh my God! Yes, it is. Mate, Isaac's from London.
This, unbelievable.
He's from. Surely he's from London.
But I think it's from like shows they watch, like when they're growing up and stuff. Like they'll watch like stuff on Netflix or whatever.
Mate, it's Hot Boy. He was brubbing everyone off and stuff.
But he's like, his English is unbelievable. That Joe Linton was talking the other day about his son goes to school here, and I don't know if he was born here, but he like speaks. When he speaks English, it's like with a Geordie accent. Like, so he was saying like, he kept saying like I and stuff for like yes and stuff, and he was making us laugh because obviously Joe Linton sounds like the most South American person you've ever heard. Do you know what I mean?
Thanks everybody for watching. We hope you enjoyed this clip of the Fozcast. If you would like to watch the full episode, it is now available exclusively on Spotify for free.